Welcome to BYOB. Now is the time to build your own business and push your brand forward. Join us each week for fresh, innovative strategies to bring your brand and business to new heights. Call in at 888-994-4995, Studio B. Now let's get to the show.
Good morning and welcome to BYOB, Build Your Own Business. I am Mia Borselli. Today I have joining me Tracy McDonough from Healing Moments.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good. We were just saying we should be Kathy and Hoda. Where's
I
the
know.
wine?
We were wishing we had our little wine for our BYOB. So she was taking me through some breathing exercises right before we started. We're trying to get relaxed, getting calm. So here at BYOB, we love bringing women in business to the forefront. And I think it's really amazing that you had a passion for helping people and you took that passion and had the courage to implement your own business out of it, which is really amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot. Well, I've been doing the work for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And about 4 years ago, I really wanted to do my own business, but I was kind of nervous. And I did some Tony Robbins events.
Yeah.
And a lot of self-development work, and I found that I couldn't do the kind of work I wanted to do in anybody else's office.
Yeah.
I'm a clinical social worker, and I've been doing massage and energy healing for 26 years.
Okay.
I've had over 5,000 clients, and I had my own personal experience with cancer. Mm-hmm. And I have found that we need to address the holistic human, and that means not medicine necessarily. Holistic meaning mind, body, spirit. Yeah. That in order to really facilitate healing on any level, we must address the whole human. Mm-hmm. If you want to lose weight and you go to the gym, but you eat crap all the time, it won't work, right?
Yes.
We have to address all aspects because we are whole beings. We have a mind, we have a body, we have a spirit. We're affected by the outer world, we're affected by our inner environment. Yeah. So I decided to close all the offices that I had open. I had teaching meditation, doing massage, post-surgery work with plastic surgeons, and open my own space where I could work the way I believe that we need to work with people.
Yeah, I think that's such an important point, too, because so many places, especially in the world right now, we know that drugs are just being administered so easily for certain problems. Like we were talking a little bit about anxiety and depression, and people aren't really looking in to find what the real problem is. Like you were speaking about how the environment affects them.
Exactly. So that's what happens with traditional medicine, which there is a place for. I don't believe it should always be the first place, like giving a pill, because what happens there is we're treating a symptom. We're not treating the cause or the root of the problem. Yeah. And you can keep, putting Band-Aids, but what happens? The Band-Aids tear off and the cuts are still there.
That's what it just made me think of, like taking like a aspirin or something. Like you're numbing it for now, but you're not getting to the root of what is the problem.
Yeah, I have a migraine. So you take migraine medicine, but why do you have migraines? Yeah. Most of the time migraines come from the gut. So why are you taking something that's actually going to hurt your gut, right? You're taking medicine that is actually bad for your gut.
Yeah. So what made you get into this originally? I know you spoke about how when you were younger, this is something that you always kind of knew you needed.
Yeah, so my mom said when I was about 3 years old, I would go up to people and put my hands on their head and put my forehead on their forehead and close my eyes and wait. And then about 2 minutes later, I'd look at them and go, "You feel better?"
Aww.
Yeah, so I think innately I was born a healer.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I did not go into that business. I went into the restaurant business. But some events happened in my life. I got hit by a man who had a heart attack on the turnpike, hit me head on doing 80 miles an hour. That was a big message.
Wow.
And I ended up in a country club saying that I would probably just do massage for a couple of months until I figured out what I wanted to do in my real life. Yeah. And I ended up there over 16 years.
Wow.
I had over probably over 600 clients over the age of 65. And because of them, I went back to school and got my master's in social work because there was so much more that they needed that was beyond my scope of practice. And I really wanted to create a toolbox so that I could help people with all kinds of things. So I learned how to do meditation, and I went to school for clinical therapy, and I learned all these things. And then I developed breast cancer with 0 obvious risk factors. I was in the gym every day. I ate pizza once a year.
Wow.
There was, no real family history of cancer. So why does someone that's so healthy develop cancer? So that sent me on another journey, and that sent me into the energy of the outside world and how it affects our body. So the metaphysical world affects our body. So the traditional medicine works with the physical, and then there's still the metaphysical. So now we have epigenetics. And epigenetics, we know that the outside world affects our body a lot, right?
Yes.
So our adrenal system, and I've listened to Bruce Lipton talk about this, our adrenal system controls our outside world. Our immune system is controlled by the inside world. They can't work at the same time.
Yeah.
If you are stressed and your adrenals are fatigued, your immune system is not working because your body is busy working on that system. It's kind of like when they do an organ transplant. If they transplanted an organ into your body would reject it, right? Because it has natural ability. So what they do is they give you stress hormones so that your adrenal system gets busy and your immune system gets shut off so that when you get this organ, you can't reject it.
Oh, I didn't even know that's how that works. Yeah, I always wondered. I've heard sometimes about people saying that it'll just reject it in total, but I didn't know that they have to do all that.
They have to turn your immune system off. And how do they do that? They make you stressed. They give
Yeah.
you stress hormones. So what's happening now is we're dealing with a virus that is very damaging to people's health. But what's more damaging is the fact that everybody is so stressed about it that their immune systems are shutting off.
Yeah.
And that's really dangerous because if you get exposed to it and your immune system shut off, that can be really bad for you.
Yeah. I've heard people will say don't stress so much, you're going to make yourself sick. It's definitely a real thing.
So we talked a little bit about this earlier. Things manifest into our body through layers. Our energy first, okay? Stress is not physical, right? It's an energy. Stress is something that causes a physical thing, but it's really an energy, right? You can't see stress. You can't say, oh, look, that's stress. Stress is an energy. So things start out hitting our energetic system, then our psychological system, then our emotional system, and then we manifest physical disease. So my goal when I work with people is to start working on their environments. What are the stressors? Because you have to work on nutrition, right? You have to work on what people are putting into this system. You have to work on the exposure that you have from out of the system, whether it's environmental, whether it's, people, EMFs, all this electronics. I mean, those things affect our body too. I really believe that all the electronics is a big reason why so many children now have so much anxiety because their nervous system is getting hit by this invisible energy all day long.
Wow, that's really true too. I've never even thought about the technology.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I ended up with breast cancer, and there was a lot of emotional stuff going on in my life. So it made sense. But I really believe that all of the things that have happened over the years of my life were really just more messages for more tools for me to help other people.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of some of the tools you use, I thought it was really cool that I know you do a lot more than massage therapy.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other therapies that you offer?
So remember I said my background is clinical social work and massage therapy and energy healing, and working with 700 clients over the age of 65 is like medical school.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot about what people should and shouldn't do. And so I am a certified vibroacoustic sound therapist. So I use vibration and music to help calm people's nervous systems and train the brain and the body so that healing can occur. I actually have a sound bed. So you're listening to frequencies in music. Every condition, everything in the world has a frequency. So you're listening to music for anxiety, for depression, for sleep, for cancer, for hormones, pre and post surgery. You're laying on a table now that is vibrating at the same frequency. So your ears hear the frequency as music, your body feels the frequency as vibration, and then there's an entrainment. And it's able to take you into a different brain state.
Yeah. So that's the kind of meditation you usually do, is like the sound bowl meditation.
Well, that's different. Sound bowls are different.
Oh,
This is
okay.
actually a bed, that a modality that I think that even the National Institute of Health uses this bed.
Oh, wow.
But I have infrared sauna, so a lot of what happens in our body has to do with the toxins that we carry, because we store toxins in our fat cells, cadmium, lead, fluoride, all the things we're exposed to. And infrared sauna, you get inside, it creates a fever-like symptom in your body, which opens your fat cells and allows you to start to release those toxins.
Oh, okay.
So detoxification is huge in any condition, whether it's mental or emotional or physical, right? So detoxification is huge. And I have a sauna where the company I work with developed clinical programs. So there's a detox program, there's a weight loss program, there's a relaxation program, there's actually a cardiovascular program.
Yeah.
You can wear a heart rate monitor and go in and watch your heart rate elevate. So
Oh,
if you
wow.
get a runner who gets hurt and he can't run and he's jonesing for endorphins, he can get in the sauna, we can elevate his heart rate in the sauna, and he can start to release some of those endorphins. So it feels
wow.
good.
That sounds really cool. Would that be good? Like, this is a random thought, probably bad. I'm a 20-year-old. Is it good for, like, if you were hungover or something like that? You said it, like, detoxes you a little bit?
I think what would happen with that is you'd get a little dehydrated.
Yeah.
So probably not the best.
Not a good idea.
Not the best.
I won't go when
Not
I'm
the
hungover
best.
then.
No. But I have other things. I have physical vascular therapy. I have something called a beamer. And physical vascular therapy is all about increasing circulation and increasing waste removal, detoxification.
Yeah.
I do a lot of lymphatic drainage work, which is a type of massage, but it's still, a different specialty.
Yeah, I have seen the beamer before, and I've always kind of had some questions about that. So how does it work exactly? I know you lay down on the bed, and you said it moves your circulation.
So it's a little different now. It's actually been upgraded to a Class 2 device. So there's a pad and a spot. So the pad, you would lay on either a chair or a bed, and then along your spine. So what it does is it emits a signal that allows capillary sphincters, right? The circulation at the cellular level to start to open back up, because as we age, that kind of slows down a little bit. So it increases circulation, it increases waste removal. Some of the things I'm allowed to say is it improves cardiac function, but it also is a bioenergy device. So it's emitting a signal that actually speaks to your nervous system. So it actually creates relaxation and mental acuity. So it relaxes that brain fog a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I've seen a lot of people at my gym that use it.
Yeah.
It has like benefits if you've worked
circulation.
out as well. Just
Circulation.
improving
So
circulation.
for people in the gym, like it probably helps remove lactic acid a little faster. It's very big in the athletic world.
Yeah.
There's a horse unit that NASA and Beamer have joint ventured on, and they made a blanket for horses, so they use it in the horse world.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my own personal experience, by the way, is the Beamer has kept me out of a knee replacement for 4 years.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
okay.
and it isn't that structurally I'm going to eventually need a knee replacement, but right now I have zero discomfort, very little inflammation. The Beamer is what helps me keep that down.
Ah, very cool. So I was wondering about your meditation. I have always loved to do meditation, and I've really only ever known how to do it to relax, but I know that you can help people reach their goals through meditation.
So I believe everybody in the world should meditate every morning,
Yeah.
because we have all kinds of stimulus coming at us all day, every day. And meditation in the morning helps you ground yourself, right? And get connected to what supports us in the world, which is the earth, right? It helps us ground ourselves so that all that outside stimulus doesn't knock us over.
Yeah.
Because if you get up and you go running in the morning, like, I don't mean running, but I mean like go and start, go to work, get out of bed, and you're late and you run to work, all your energy is in your head, right? Because what are you thinking about? Oh my God, I'm late. Oh my God, I have so much to do, blah, blah, blah. All your energy is up here, which means that a little push will take you right down, right?
Yes.
You want to be rooted, right? You want to be grounded.
Yeah.
So meditation in the morning helps to bring us back inside, remember who we are, what our purpose is in the world, understand that if we're late for work, it's not going to kill us. It's not going to be the most horrible thing in the world, right? Not that people should be late, but you know what I'm saying. It's not the worst thing in the world. It shouldn't create so much anxiety that you have anxiety all day long. So meditation in the morning just helps. It helps our blood pressure relax. It helps our body systems work. It gives us clarity in our mind, and it creates this peace. People say, whenever you walk in the room, it's always so peaceful. You always feel so peaceful because I get up every morning. And I know that no matter what happens in the world, I'm still alive today, and I'm happy, and everything is good. And, you know, there can be things that happen, but they can happen outside of you. They don't have to happen here.
Yeah. You do have a very good aura about you, I have to say. I've always noticed that about people, too. Like you said, like certain people who are always, like, maybe manifesting, like, issues in their head and things like that, but you come in very calm and it's relaxing for everyone around you, which is good.
So I believe, and I've heard somebody say this, I think it was Bruce Lipton, consciousness is the biggest factor in our biology.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he wrote a book, Biology of Belief. I live by this book. And consciousness, right? Consciousness is really the biggest factor in our biology. So if I can be conscious enough to understand that things are happening around me and not to me, then I can stay peaceful in the world.
Yeah. I definitely think meditation is great for like the clarity, because I've even noticed, I feel like sometimes people don't know why they're stressed or why I'm upset. And the meditation is really good for like even understanding your own feelings. It's insane the thoughts that'll start to come to you when you meditate.
Yeah, you get messages, right?
Yeah.
Messages from your higher self, not necessarily from, you know, somewhere else, although you could get them from somewhere else. But really, it's messages from your higher self to help understand yourself and be at peace with who you are and know what your purpose is in the world and what your goals are and what you want to do in life. And so that when you go out in the world and the first person that, you know, curses at you because you're in their way when they're driving because they have road rage, it's not going to throw your whole day off because you're balanced and centered and grounded, right?
So how did you learn to like conduct meditation? Like, did you have to go to a certain schooling for that, or you just learned
I
as you
took
went?
a course. I did start meditating on my own, and then I started helping my clients meditate. But I did actually eventually take a course just because I opened a brick and mortar business. And when you open a brick and mortar business, the more certifications that you have to prove that you actually can do what you do is better.
Yeah. I've always loved that stuff. I always wanted to like own a spa or something like relaxing. I just love the energy it brings. I love you brought your singing bowl today.
Yeah.
Could you maybe play us a little something with it? I
Sure.
love singing bowls.
So we talked about frequencies, right? Everything has a frequency. And if you look at the cone of frequencies, like things like shame, guilt, sadness, they're all very low, very dense, very heavy frequencies. This is the F note, which is the tone of the heart frequency, which is the frequency of love. And if you look at that cone, love is a much higher frequency. So by playing the tone, I'm helping your body to recalibrate its frequency. Now notice how you feel. Where do you feel this? What's happening while you're listening?
I always feel like a huge like relaxation come over my body. I feel like it starts from like here and kind of like relaxes my shoulders and kind of like grounds me.
So this particular bowl is a heart chakra bowl. You can see the heart chakra stones. These crystals have the same frequency. And the heart chakra governs the breasts, the heart, the lungs. So when I play this, you might notice that you might have went, because now your lungs are starting to recalibrate.
I love that sound too. I really enjoy those. Do you want to talk a little bit more about your battle with cancer and how it's kind of helped you help other people?
It was an experience. I did radiation and I had a lumpectomy. First of all, I had a battle with the doctors to actually do the biopsy because they kept telling me that there was nothing wrong with me. They could feel the lump, they could feel it was palpable, but they kept saying that it was nothing to worry about. It hurt. They said cancer doesn't hurt. So I went back and forth a few times. I had a mammogram. They said it was nothing. I had an ultrasound. They said not to worry. Actually, I went to a facility where the person that ran the facility actually came in and said to me, it's nothing. It's nothing to worry about. It's fibrous tissue, yada, yada.
Wow.
And I finally convinced the surgeon to just take it out because I just felt, and he actually called me the next day and apologized and told me that they were all wrong.
Yeah.
So it was a real learning experience about how to really trust yourself. Meditation really helps you tune in to your own body, and the reason that's important is exactly what I just said, right? Because had I not insisted and it stayed there, they said I was so healthy that my body just surrounded it and contained it. But for how long?
Yeah.
Right? And had I not really insisted, who knows what could have happened later on. And I had a very early stage. It was not anything, like some people really suffer from. But it could have been had I not listened to myself. So that's what I learned from that experience, was to help people tune in to their bodies so that they can check in.
Yeah.
And not to find out if they're sick, but just to keep themselves healthy.
Yeah,
right?
It makes me think of so many people who kind of just, go through life not really being aware of the way they're feeling and just kind of will push that kind of thing to the side, or maybe like we were saying before, just pop an aspirin all the time and not really think about it. But that's amazing that meditation helped you realize.
It helped me just tune in, and I don't even know why I knew that it just should come out. Maybe just because it was a lump on my body that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But I really believe that people have to pay attention to how they feel and not just listen to other people say, oh, just take an aspirin, you're fine. Or, you really have to go inside and figure out what's happening, because it's not normal to have headaches. It's not normal not to feel good. Mm-hmm. We think it is because that's what the system has created, but it is not normal not to feel good every day.
Got to take care of yourselves. Got to do your meditation. So I want to ask you a little bit, since we're running low on time. So tell me what it is like being a woman in business, owning your own place. What is that like?
It's fun, but it's scary. It's a lot of responsibility. When I first opened, I would stay up at night for months thinking, what was I thinking? I had a great job. I made a lot of money. What was I thinking, taking on all this responsibility? Yeah. But again, I'm able to work the way I want to work. And I have such a strong faith and belief in what I do that over 3 years, I've never had to put more money in. I haven't made lots of money, but I've made a lot of joy from what I do. I've touched a lot of people, but I haven't had to put more money in. And they say in business that that's a good thing. I don't know because I didn't have a business before this, but it's challenging in that there's a lot to do. I'm not a techie person. My brain doesn't work in that marketing space. And I also, this kind of thing makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
And when you have a business, you have to do this kind of thing. You have to be out there because people aren't just going to show up because you open the door.
Yeah, it gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
It does. It does. But it's so gratifying. The work I do is so gratifying. And I'm actually in a strip mall, and there's like 5 female owners in the mall. We have a puppy store with a female owner. We have a spa with a female owner. We have a lash place. We're all female entrepreneurs, and we all support each other. And a lot of us are doing a lot of the same thing, but we support each other, and it's fun.
Yeah, and the networking is so cool. So then you get all your clients, and I know you met Dawn, and then we have some of us coming in. I definitely want to come and try some healing therapy. It sounds really awesome.
Love it, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Yay. All right, well, I guess we are running low on time, but thank you so much for joining me today. This was really cool.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you guys. Join us next week for another episode of BYOB.
Thank you.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Thank Thank you for tuning in to BYOB. Join us next time for a fresh perspective and innovative strategies to building your own business. If you are a successful business owner with tips to help or would like more information from our hosts or guests, please contact us at 866-224-5422. See you next time.